All right, you guys, after I listened to the podcast episode with James Bean, he talked a lot about worth and finding that worth and how we define our worth. So with that, I wanted to reach out to our community and just see how everybody defines their worth and what worth means to them. So with that, I want to share with you guys, some of the feedback that I received, starting with reading the messages that people sent in to me. For me, it's the little things no one notices that I do because it's the right thing to do. So when I get to the guy upstairs, he hopefully quickly answers without hesitation to let me into heaven. Somebody else said, by the engagement of others, my kindness towards others, by the people I touched along the way, doing the right thing even when no one is watching, I learned from my past mistakes and reflected. Self-esteem, forgiveness, most of all, my moral compass, I acquired as a young person from my parents. This one was probably one of my favorite responses, and it's a little lengthy, but just bear with me. Your worth doesn't need to be defined. It's not measured or judged. It doesn't come and go. It just is. We are all children of God, perfect in our own ways, worthy of all the love and abundance the universe has to offer. Asking people to define something that is already innate within themselves is like asking them to question it. If I do this, then my worth is this. I don't find that healthy. One doesn't need to do anything or be anything in order to be worthy or feel self-worth. Instead, teach an abundance of worthiness. Teach unconditional worthiness. Teach that one's worth is ever flowing and always present. Embrace it. Don't define it. Other people define their worth by their health, and other people say they can't quantify their worth, that it's priceless, and they try to keep it balanced with their moral compass. So with that feedback, it just goes to show that our worth comes from a lot of places, and it can either be something that's infinite, or we can lay it with faith, we can lay it alongside of our moral compass, we can really make it whatever we want it to be. However, with that, your worth is what you make it. And if you haven't already listened to the episode on the UNNI Podcast with James Bean, Episode 2, go for it. Give yourself the time and space to take that in, and I know you'll enjoy.